All right, good morning, everybody. It's Friday, so let's have some fun with our workout today. Grab yourself 2 dice. If you don't have dice, like this, something's wrong with your life. You're not having enough fun. So get yourself some dice. If you don't have any dice at home, just download an app on your phone and just get a dice randomizer. So for this, you're gonna have 30 minutes up on the clock. You're gonna roll 2 dice at the start of every round. That's how many reps you're gonna do for every exercise. Now, if you have to ask the question of, is this each or total? It is each for pretty much everything. The only time it's going to be total is for the around the world, but I'll explain that. So, you're going to roll 2 dice, and you're just going to add them together. So, I got a 6, I got a 3, so you're going to do 9 reps of each exercise each side. So you can put those aside for now, and then we'll go down the list. You're going to do 9 side plank pulses each. You're going to do 9 lateral squats each, 9 single leg reaching deadlifts each. For the around the worlds, half your number rounded up. Do that each direction. So in this case, we're going to do 5 around the worlds each side. So we're going to half 9, round it up. And then we're going to do 9 single arm snatches each side. Once we do that, we'll roll again. Let's say we got a 7. We'll continue that with 7 reps. We'll keep going through that until time expires. So let's go through your exercises. Side plank pulses. For these, you're going to get set up into a side plank posture with your hips starting on the ground, and you're going to lift your hips up to create a straight line, and you're going to do 9 of those on one side, switch it over, 9 of those on the other side. So you can see it from a couple different angles. You're going to get set up with your elbow below your shoulder, one foot, your lower foot, on the ground with the side of your foot touching the floor. From here, you want to have a nice straight line from your shoulder into the heel. You don't want to have your hips pushed back or push too far forward. Nice straight line, neck in line with your spine, and then from here, push into your foot, push into your elbow, lift your hips up into a nice straight line so that you have heel to the top shoulder. And then this hand can be up in the air just to make sure that you are lined up properly, fingertips straight to the ceiling. Lower your hips straight down to the floor, come back up. When you lower down, please make sure that you're lowering down slowly. I don't want to see anybody flopping down to the floor with their hips. It's going to put a lot of pressure into your obliques. So that you can see that I'm lined up here, nice and proper, starting down on the floor, lift ourselves up, little hold at the top, slowly back down. We're going to do 9 of these on one side, and then we'll flip over, and we'll do 9 of these on the other side. Once that's done, you're going to go into your lateral squats. So if you're lateral squats, you got body weight and you got weighted. For the body weight, we're just going to start with a wide stance here. We want to have one foot facing forward, other foot out at a 45-degree angle. We are going to squat down onto the side of the forward-facing foot. From here, spine stays straight. We're going to bow at the waist gently as we come down and squat into the leg of the toes pointing forward. Drive your hips back, sit into the heel of that planted foot, let the toes lift on the straight leg. Always let your knee follow in the direction of the toes and lift those toes on that straight leg. Keep your chest upright, so really bend your knee, slight bow at the waist, keep your spine straight. If you need to add resistance to that, go ahead and get yourself a weight. Hold it up at your chest, goblet style. Drop yourself down, bring it back up. You are looking to have a roughly straight line intersecting from heel, hip, shoulder, all on that side that you're squatting down to. So that way, we're not getting something where we're too short and we're going out past the foot. It's gonna be really uncomfortable on your knee. These should not be uncomfortable on any joint, knee or hip. So, we'll do 9 to one side, 9 to the other side. Next, we got some single leg reaching deadlifts. So for this one, like we do with the weighted deadlifts, but just body weight today, really focus on control, being nice and slow with them. You're gonna bow at the waist, reach those fingertips and the heel as far apart from each other as you possibly can. Squeeze your glute, squeeze your hamstring, push into your heel, bring yourself back upright. So, bow at the waist, keeping your shoulders and hips level as possible, push into that heel, come back up. Take it nice and slow. Get a good stretch in that hamstring as you do that. You'll do 9 on one side, switch it over, 9 on the other side. Around the world's next. So for this one, we rolled a 9, we're gonna half it, it's 4.5. Can't do 4.5 each side, so just bump it up. Do 5 each side. For this, you're gonna go down to a plank position, you're gonna lift a hand, lift a hand, lift a foot, lift the other foot, going around in a circle. Then you're gonna do the same number in the other direction. So, plank position, we can do this from the elbows, or we can do this from the hands if we need to, but ideally we want to be down the elbows. We're going to create a straight line from shoulder down to heel, lift a hand, extend it out forward as far as you can, like you're trying to shake someone's hand. It's out in front of you. Lift a heel, and follow. Once you do 5 in one direction, you're going to change it and go the other way. So then we go right hand, left heel, right heel. So you can see a few of those. From the other direction, you're going to extend a hand, lift a foot, lift a foot. So as you're doing that, try not to twist and rock yourself too much. Once you're done with that, you got single arm snatches. Get yourself a dumbbell, get yourself a kettlebell, get yourself a weight. It's not going to fall apart in your hands. So for this, feet are shoulder width apart. Bow at the waist. This is a hip hinge exercise, much like your deadlift, like your kettlebell swing. So we're going to focus on squeezing the glutes. Squeeze your glutes, bring yourself back up to a standing position. That's the motion the body's going to travel through. So we want to keep those shoulder blades squeezed back together tightly. Chest is up and out. From here, bow at the waist, keeping that weight tight to the body. Have it rest and end roughly at the middle of the shin. Keeping that spine straight. You are going to pop your hips forward as you lift your elbow up and use that momentum to finish with that weight, palm facing forward above the shoulder. Lower it down to the shoulder, return to the waist, and repeat. Bow at the waist, push into those heels, squeeze your glutes, pop your hips forward, and that weight should travel straight up, much like a zipper, and with the palm facing forward, bring it to the shoulder, waist, repeat. We bring it to the shoulder, waist, and then lower it down so that you don't hurt your back, going from here into this position. When you're tired, when you're exerted, and you do that position, do that movement, you could pull your lower back. It's not good for anybody. So, just so you can see from the front, feet are shoulder width apart, bow at the waist, keep that weight roughly in the middle of the shin, and then from here, pop the hips forward, elbow leads up, hand follows, finishes, palm forward. Lower to the shoulder, waist, back down to the shin. So we do 9 on one side, switch it over, do 9 on the other side, then you've done a round. So then you roll the dice again, see how many reps you get on that, and then just keep on going through. So let us know how many rounds you got through, or if you got any 12s in there, how many times you got 12 in there. It's gonna be a real fun workout for you if you got the 12s a lot. So with that, enjoy your Friday, and we'll be back at you tomorrow for a good Saturday workout, guys.